Ifa is a culture in Yoruba land.
It's a divination.
In Yoruba land,
it is the practice.
It is the
divination.
That is
How is that going to help a student pass his exams?
It will help the student. You know, even at the higher institution level, you know, for instance, as an art-based student studying maybe BA in history, one is made to go to agric science to take a special elective to know what is happening there. The IFA there is about Yoruba culture and history and tradition.
Maybe you should have termed it that, because calling it Ifa is misleading. Call it Yoruba culture.
That's all. Because
why didn't you call it Yoruba culture?
Maybe you should have called it that.
It is there. You see, it is mischief makers that are emphasizing on the issue of it is Ifa, as if...
excuse me, sir, I beg to differ.
Okay.
If I took a tablet home to my father that had Ifa, he would have issues with it and he would go to my school to go and quarrel.
But when you open it, then you will find that what is being stated there mainly has to do with the history, the culture.
He may not even bother to open it because it is called Ifa.
No.
And Ifa, as far as the common man on the street is concerned, is Babalawo kind of word.
That's
what comes to his mind when he hears Ifa.
That is not true.
The point of the issue we are saying, that margin will affect the culture of the founding fathers.
Yes.
When Ifa is introduced, my maternal grandfather was Oluawo. My paternal grandfather was Oluode. I know what I'm saying.
What is Oluawo and what is Oluode?
Okay, you know, it's the Yoruba is very, very good. They have so many things in our heritage. But the issue of idolatry, which is there, you can't bring people to our own church, you know, to defy the culture of the mission. That is the problem. And I know what I'm talking. If I know what is happening in Ifa, because my maternal something is a Uluawo, and that of Ode, I know the implication. They are going. My maternal grandfather
was a Babalawo.
Was yes, Oluawo, the head of Babalawos. The head of Babalawos. And my paternal grandfather was the head of the hunters. So when we are talking about it, you may not know, you are talking on the surface.
Okay. Have you read
the tablet?
The word Ifa there. No. I've never seen it.
You have seen the appointment?
But no, I've never seen the appointment.
Okay. All right.
So
have you seen it?
No.
Somebody else, but they said that.
And they said, yes.
And
I've never laid my hand on any of it. But we've had this issue of Ifa. Ifa is a divination. It's Yoruba divination.
Yes.
And there, when you expose, like they have said, they say it's knowledge. When you now expose younger ones to this knowledge from my own faith as Christians, then this boy or this girl will want to say, they said this, let me go further. Let me go to Babalawo and ask more.
No, that
how?
Is,
yes,
that,
because you have exposed me more. No, it's correct. Because if you do not want the children, if I don't want my son or my daughter to deviate from my faith, I wouldn't even bring anything that is correct. I will only let him or her be adhere strictly to the scripture, the Bible, which I know is working for me.
Okay.
But by the time I expose him to other things,
there's a tweet here from somebody called Wale Ajayo.
Okay.
Government should return missionary schools and go and build its own schools. Full stop.
That's a different issue.
Now, it's not different from what we are discussing.
In fact, it will even relieve you of paying their teachers and stuff like that. Let them man their own, whether they want to be Baptists, whether they want to be Catholics. Maybe you should give them back. That's what. And
that's part of our education too.
Whatever innovation you can do,
yes.
do it in our way.
Why are they holding tight to the schools that government has taken over when most of these missions have moved outside these so-called mission schools to establish their own private
because
schools.
the
government giving them approvals.
Because the government took over. We have the right. Yes, we have the right to apply.
The government took over these schools 38 years.
Yes, I agree. It was forcefully taken over by decree. Yes, it was a decree by the British government then.
So because the government took it over, you want to chase them away.
We are not chasing them away.
If you are elected not to collect money, is it the fault of government?
Of course, yes, because we are.
It's not the fault of government.
Imminent sent in a tweet and he says it is not a good policy. The government has a hidden agenda and it will unfold as time goes.
Yes, we shall see.
That's a tweet from Imminent.
That is what we are holding.
If time permits us, we are going.
No hidden agenda.
We are going to make more expressions.
We must not live here without clearing the air.
Okay.
You see, IFA becomes a definition when you introduce students into the practice and the workings of the IFA. I didn't get it.
What about the knowledge?
I schooled, I had my bachelor's degree in arts. I did West African pantheon. I know what I mean. When they talk of divination in the real sense, it's like saying, okay, these are the Ifa Odu corpuscles. You will not find that in this so-called Ifa they are holding title. It's a mere story. It's like, I am a Yoruba. I should know what the history of Yoruba is all about. It's not as if no one is using appointment to introduce Ifa, and Ifa is not a subject on the curriculum. It's not part of the E-class thing there.
Okay. All right.
So the issue
we must start rounding up now.
All right.
Before we round up, just one last question.
Okay.
Fakunle High School, where Fakunle is, there are rumors that they're supposed to build a shopping mall there. There is nothing like that. You know, the government of the state of Osun is introducing urban renewal in 9 cities in the state. And the policy of urban renewal is developing the cities. One thing we find is majority of the so-called cities, the way they are 40, 50 years ago, is what they are still today. And we are introducing urban renewal in conjunction with the UN Habitat in 9 cities in the state of Osun. And we are developing the 9 cities 2 kilometers from the center of the town. And when you look at Fakunle today, if you are in Oshogbo, even from old garage, the former old garage, come to Fakunle, come to out of the town, it is within the urban renewal zone. And are we going to wait until the government starts separating the structures that are affecting urban renewal until we move the students? That's what the government is preparing for. We have not said we are developing this or developing that. We have open space where we move the plant sellers even at Oritalaya is sufficient enough for the government to build anything we want to build.
Excuse me, let me just chip in something. This Fakunle we are talking about, this school was originally established by a Christian, by a Methodist priest. It was a private school. The man of God started this school. Then for what? It's now late. Do you think the spirit of this man will be happy wherever
I have an answer to
that? When you now see his school being removed and his original purpose of establishing, the government took it over from him and he surrendered it to the government.
He surrendered it?
Yes.
Okay, he surrendered. Okay, let's
by military government.
By military government.
Yes.
Military.
It was military government that took it over.
That time, opportunities were opened to proprietors to collect money. And this man, the late Ade Fakunle, actually collected funds for the takeover of school. Not only that, the son was invited, Pastor Fakunle, and he confirmed this. So it's not a question of...
The government invited the son.
Yes!
And he confirmed
He confirmed that the father collected money.
Before giving over
you see, we should not come here to tell lies.
This is not a lie. That will be insulting. The man, I said the man was a priest. I didn't talk about whether he collected money or not.
He has given over the school.
No, we are not talking about the issue of payments. We are not talking about the issue of payments.
Okay, excuse me. Legally, when you have a property and the property is taken over, and you took money consideration, what else do you have on it? So this noise is not necessary. This man, Fakunle, I was a party to the meeting where the son confirmed that his father collected money.
Okay.
What else?
Okay. You have given, the Christian Association of Nigeria has given the government 7 days ultimatum, which will expire when?
On Thursday.
On Thursday. So, should the government ignore that ultimatum, what will happen on Friday?